What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average near ambush enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, before we get into this high speed, near ambush, how to survive it class, do all the YouTube stuff. If every single one of you guys watching this hit the like button right now, that would help this channel out more than you know. Okay, so please do me a favor. If you enjoy this video, just hit the like button. It does nothing against you and it helps me out. Thank you for doing that. Leave a cowboy emoji. Huge shout out to the Texas State Troopers and the Texas State Trooper Training Unit. I had the honor and privilege of going down there to instruct them, and they presented me with this awesome headgear. A lot of us would call it a cowboy hat. They told me not to call it a cowboy hat. I'm calling it a cowboy hat, but obviously it's more than that. If you don't like Texas State Troopers and you think I'm a fed because I trained the Texas State Troopers, well, peace in the Middle East, dude. Get out of the channel. We don't want you here anyway. Yeah, so leave a cowboy emoji. They were mega based. Get out there and doing all the good stuff. Okay, Patreon. Guys, invest in the people that invest in you. I'm investing my time in you to teach you how to survive a near ambush, okay? So invest. Invest in me. If you watch every one of my videos and you're like, I really like what this dude is putting out, I really want this to continue, $5 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. I think you can afford it. If you can, it would be greatly appreciated. Huge shout out to my patrons. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, check out the Instagram. It's where I put all the lifting stuff, and it's why I'm dressed like a weirdo right now, because I just got back from hitting legs. Don't skip leg day, all right? Make sure you're actually hitting legs. Let's talk about it. So, near ambush. The definition of a near ambush is when the enemy was typically within 35 to 50 meters. 35 meters is the average hand grenade range that a military-aged male can throw a hand grenade. Now, keep in mind, if an enemy can throw a hand grenade 35 meters, it doesn't really matter because the kill radius is 5 meters and the maiming radius is 15 meters. I'll say that again. 35 meters to throw it, 15 meters to maim, 5 meters to kill. So keep that in mind when you're getting grenades thrown on you, all right? So a near ambush is typically going to occur when the enemy is really close to you. What you're gonna do is some very basic steps, but like we've talked about before in a previous video, silence, violence, silence. Let's have a quick refresher over what that means. If you're maneuvering in a squad column, fire team wedge with the direction of travel for simplicity's sake to the 12 o'clock, if you're moving in a squad column fire team wedge, you should be moving tactically. We'll say in this particular case, we're utilizing traveling overwatch. What that means is we're just moving. We're just patrolling. You should be utilizing silence, okay? Once the ambush is initiated by the enemy over here, then violence begins. That means you're communicating, you're yelling, you're engaging, you're throwing grenades, you're doing whatever you need to do as violently as physically possible to survive. And then once the fighting is over, if you survive, it's silent again. You shouldn't be running around the objective, acting like a crazy person. You should be just shutting up, basically. Okay, so you're patrolling in a squad column fire team wedge. For simplicity's sake, Alpha team is in the lead, Bravo team is in trail. Notice as my Bravo team leader is in the rear. For accountability, the squad leader is in an unfixed position. That means they can maneuver anywhere in the squad. Technically, the squad leader could be over here or over here. Technically, the squad leader can be wherever they want in this situation, because in a stagger column or modified wedge, they are in an unfixed position. So the squad leader, who's right here in this particular case, he or she can move wherever they want. The Alpha team leader, their responsibility in this particular case is point for route selection and frontal security. So that is why the Alpha team leader or the lead team leader is in the front. All right, so we're maneuvering down this road for simplicity's sake. And for all the guys that are like, I would never walk on a road, it's gonna happen, okay? In the military, and it's gonna happen a lot. Obviously, it's not ideal, but for speed, sometimes speed is security. That means sometimes we have to take a road, we'll use a drone or whatever, fly it over the road, make sure there's no one on there that's gonna ambush us, and then walk down the road. Now, with that being said, can't see everything, and in this particular case, we got enemy over here on the side of the road, okay? So, if you have a drone asset, use the drone, fly it down, do a little recon, try to do some sort of reconnaissance. At a minimum, you should be doing a map reconnaissance, okay? So a map reconnaissance is exactly what it sounds like. If you're gonna have to walk down a road, look at where if you were the enemy, where you would ambush your patrol. So just use common sense, I guess. So look at your phone, look at a map. Everyone probably doesn't have a map because it's 2023, but you should have some of your area. Look at the map before you walk down the road. All right, it's a lot of stuff to get us to where I wanted to basically begin. Now, so we're maneuvering down the road. In this particular case, we have 4 enemy riflemen, okay? We'll just say we have a bunch. We have a bunch over here, okay? The enemy starts engaging us. It's going to be pretty counterintuitive what I'm about to tell you. Every single member of this squad is going to pivot towards the direction of fire, and they are going to start dumping magazines as violently as they can and as quickly as they can towards the muzzle flashes that are engaging them, and they're going to just assault through, literally. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but here's the reality of the situation. After this video, go over and watch anything happening over in Europe right now, and look at what happens to people when they become decisively engaged on a road. Let me just tell you right now, they don't last very long. All right? So every single member is going to turn. Step 1, they're going to turn directly towards the muzzle flashes of the enemy. Step number 2 is they're going to burn. They're going to start burning through some freaking magazines. If you have full auto, guess what? Now is one of the times where you're using that full auto. If you don't have the giggle switch, well, you're on semi and you're just hammering as you're advancing. Hammering mags. Like, it should be, that first mag should be out of the weapon like instantly. Like, you should be hammering rounds as fast as violently possible or physically possible. I don't know how else to articulate it. You're going to mag dump, okay? Like a mag dump into trash, but you're going to mag dump into the enemy. Every single member of the squad is going to turn, and they're just going to immediately get online and attempt to push through this enemy position. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to receive heavy casualties. It's going to happen. Unless the enemy, you're going to receive heavy casualties. Let's just put it that way. But assuming you don't die, and assuming the members of your team and squad don't die, you're going to then establish a limit of advance, which just simply means every single person is going to sound off with LOA, LOA, LOA. We'll just say this many made it, and we'll say we got some casualties on the road. Okay, we'll say Alpha Team Leader got smoked, Bravo Team Leader got smoked, and a Rifleman got smoked. Okay, so Alpha Team Leader, a Rifleman, and Bravo Team Leader all got freaking smoked, okay? But we'll say Bravo Team Leader is still alive. All right, we'll say Bravo Team Leader is still alive, but the remainder of the squad is now over here at the LOA. Like I said, everyone's just going to sound off with LOA, 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 and they're going to try to figure out their lives. Obviously, the enemy probably got the business, whoever was engaging us, okay? So, assuming you survive and assuming you got to the LOA, then you're going to get your LACE report, liquid, ammo, casualties, and equipment. Bravo Team Leader is dead. That means the saw gunner, okay, the automatic rifleman, or in this particular case for you, just another rifleman, is now the team leader. So they need to start doing a blood sweep, physically sweeping every single member of the team that's still alive, because what you're going to find is a couple of them are probably going to be shot and not know they're shot. Or they're going to have shrapnel wounds, and shrapnel is basically like a razor blade, okay? So they're going to have shrapnel wounds, and one tiny piece of shrapnel can kill you. If it hits you in the vertebrae, it can paralyze you. So yeah, that's what the new team leader over here is doing. And I guess Alpha Team Leader. I guess there's 2 new team leaders. So that's what these riflemen are doing. They're going up and down the line, they're resetting security, and they're getting their liquid, ammo, casualties, equipment. What that sounds like is, for ammo, you never count ammo in their actual weapon, you only count full magazines. So you're only counting full magazines in their kit. For liquid, it's just green, amber, red, or black. Green means they're full, amber means they're half, red means they're almost out, and black means they're out of water completely. Casualties, obviously, you either have a casualty or you don't. You're blood sweeping them and making sure they're good. And equipment, probably the least important in this particular case. You're making sure they still have their night vision, their PEC 15, their optic, and whatever other sensitive items that soldier is supposed to have. That's what you're checking for. You're going to send this information up to the squad leader, and in this particular case, because you just received a near ambush, that means there's probably other enemy around, so you need to GTFO, also known as getting the fuck off the objective, or getting the fuck off the X. So you're just going to maneuver back the way you came, or whatever the safest area is. Obviously, I skipped a step because during your report, you're going to have, for your casualties, your new team leaders are going to be like, oh yeah, we lost 3 people. Or this dude over here, Bravo team leader, that's still alive, is going to be moaning and groaning and making a lot of noise, okay? And calling for help and all the things you can imagine. So, obviously, you're going to do your EPW. Okay, EPW is just, you're going to search, and then you're going to do your aid and litter. Obviously, what that means is an aid and litter member of the squad will go over and they will assess and they'll drag a Bravo team leader over to the squad off the line over here. Okay, so Bravo team leader will get dragged over here. They'll apply whatever tourniquets or chest seals and everything like that they can do hastily. Okay, we're not over here triaging. We're just tourniquet, pressure bandage in a hurry. Hey, buddy, you're going to be okay. They probably won't be, but it's whatever, right? That's what you're going to try to do. And then you're going to GTFO. Okay. If you answered on our most recent poll when I asked about near ambush, I put a poll up or whatever, and if you answered, oh, we just stay online in the road, you're dead. And I'll tell you why. Go watch the movie We Were Soldiers. The very first 10 minutes of We Were Soldiers, when the French are all on the road and the North Vietnamese army, when they completely overrun them and destroy them, that's what happens when you stay on the road in a near ambush, okay? So go watch the beginning of We Were Soldiers if you don't believe me, or go look in Ukraine what happens when they stay on the road, okay? Yeah. If you answered in the poll, you're going to try to bound back, well, guess what? Now the enemy is just going to keep shooting you as you're trying to bound back because they know where you are, okay? So, in summary, you're going to turn, you're going to burn through as much, you're going to turn towards the enemy, you're going to burn through as much ammunition. Be wary if you do have hand grenades, right? Because you have to safety clip, then you got to twist the pull pin, and it's really hard. If you've never thrown a grenade in real life, it's really hard to get the pin off, really hard. That's why we recommend wearing gloves, because actually pulling the pin on a grenade is harder than you think, but we're not going to go down too much of a rabbit hole. But be wary if, as you're turning and as you're burning towards the enemy, if you throw a grenade and you're going that direction, how do grenades explode? If this is your grenade, how does it explode? It explodes up and out, right? So all that shrapnel is going up and out. So stay low and don't grenade yourself, okay? All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Leave your Texas Ranger or Texas State Trooper emoji down below, your cowboy emoji. Let me know what you want to see next. I got a couple videos in the pipeline that I've already scheduled. As you're seeing this, there's a couple more videos that are going to be scheduled to upload, okay? Thanks for being here, guys. You guys are mega based. Thanks for supporting me. And until next time, this is going to be Trench Grenade, your average Texas State Trooper enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Cheers.